Welcome, everybody, and congratulations on earning December Kilo Club. Whoop, 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 whoop. So each of you have sold over $1,000 in December, which is a kind of a struggle month. It's either, no, I'm not even going to say it's either good or bad. It's typically a struggle month. So extra shout outs to you all for going above and beyond, getting Pampered Chef in other people's hands. We will in 2025, this year that we're coming into, we are expanding our Kilo Club to super recruiters as well. So it's going to be Kilo Club, super recruiter. So if you sell $1,000 or add a new team member, you are welcome into our monthly celebration call and get some little happy mail, which is always fun. Make sure whenever you get your happy mail, you're posting it on the team pages so other people are super jelly and they want to be a part of this cool kids club too. So I want to give some personal shout outs to the people. And well, let me just do this. I pulled the stats. So number one of everyone in our Kilo Club is Dawn Curtis.
Woo!
She had $2,215 in sales in Struggle Bus December. So, Dawn, tell us what you did that helped you sell $2,000.
I just asked everybody. I just did the things and asked everybody.
Okay,
So,
give me a little more detail. So, were they Facebook messages? Were they people in parties, outside of parties,
oh, and events,
events? Okay, tell me some more.
events.
Do you do your
Let me
own
At-home
see.
events?
events?
I I personally am better face to face. So people that I know and people that I don't know, I meet at these events.
Okay.
And then and doing the giveaways. I did a drawing combined for November and December. I gave away a twist and chop. So I those are some of the things. Doing the drawings at events is how I
Okay,
get the names.
so you went and did like vendor show events, is what
Correct.
you're saying. So,
Correct.
how many of those did you do in December?
I had three in
Okay.
December.
And do you do well selling at those events, or do you get bookings from those events? What do you?
Both, both.
All right, we need some more details. So when you go to an event, because there will be more coming up, like springtime vendor
Oh
guide.
yeah, I'm already putting my applications in
Where are you
now
finding them,
for
first of all?
I find the events on Facebook. There is a Facebook group for our area that I want to say promotes vendor events, local vendor events.
Yeah, I have the
Yeah,
same
it's a
thing
chunk.
here.
It's a chunk out of your day, but you're getting out and meeting the people. You're meeting them where they're at. So,
Yes, I love that. When I was a newer consultant, that's exactly how I expanded my clientele is I met people. I would do all the vendor shows and not just meeting the customers that walk through, but the other vendors. And
hmm
I got a
hmm
lot of contacts through other vendors. They would tell me, not only would they buy from me and I'd buy for them, but they would tell me about other events that were happening in the area that they were signed up for. Um, Lot of good stuff can happen from vendor events. So I'm so glad that you mentioned that. And did you say you have some in January too, or you're just signed up for whatever's coming?
No, I'm just looking now. I have two applications in, one for March and one for April. Yeah.
Awesome.
hmm Yeah, and there are some Valentine's events in February, but I think they're already filled up yet. So
Okay.
filled up, but yeah, just keep looking because you got to get into these events early because there's other Pampered Chef,
Hmm.
consultants around. So you got to kind of beat them to it.
I love it. I love that idea. Okay,
And
awesome.
Dawn and I have competition with a pretty strong Pampered Chef chick here in Delaware now. That's on Stacy Itzel's team. Amanda
Yes, right
Mitchell.
here.
Mitchell.
Yes.
So We have to be on our A game.
That's right. That chick, she's a super seller for sure. Okay.
Yeah, she's not, she's in Greenwood. Is that where she's at, Stacy? Yeah, so that's just the next
Yeah.
town over. So,
Okay. Yeah. So you definitely have to get on there before Amanda and her team do, for sure. Awesome. Well, congratulations on an amazing December. And our number two in sales for December is Susan Mom. Whoop, whoop, whoop. She had $2,004 in sales in December. So, Susan, tell us how you had such a good December.
Well, I'm not going to say I wasn't on the struggle bus, that's for sure. December definitely is tough. But I have a gal that does an open house every year with me. So she ended up with like $650 in sales. So I was able to get Marcia in there. Two other parties, just reaching out. Reaching out was the best thing. I actually gathered one gal that I went to high school with, and we've been friends on Facebook for a lot of years. And I just reached out to her, and she hee hawed on me for like a month, and then she finally went on and did a party, and she was almost $800 in sales. So reaching out was the biggest thing. It's just getting out there. And then I posted a lot like on my timeline, just to keep the interest going for orders and such. And I kept posting the specials that we had going on for December. I even posted it in my VIP group, everywhere I could get the attention. And I did get a couple outside orders there. One was like for 153 and one was for 68. I did do a like a open house type of party for myself, but that just didn't take traction. So we'll see. I'm going to use that for this month with all the specials with the prep sale. But other than that, it was just reaching out, I guess, and just, trying to get those people interested. And that's how it happened.
Yeah. And I will say also, Susan, I've noticed with you too that you have been doing more videos on your timeline, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
getting the products in front of people, showing recipes, showing the things that you make in your kitchen with the pictures. And so you all, that's kind of where we're moving these days. People
Mhm.
want to see us using the products in our kitchen. It does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be staged. Your kitchen doesn't have to be immaculate, or I'd never make a video. Right. They just want to see. And the more real you are, the more they enjoy it. So just, really try to be conscious about anytime you're using a product, snap a quick video, open in a can with a can opener, using the mix and chop, whatever. Just have your phone ready to take a little video. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. They just want to see it. So I have noticed, and kudos to you on doing that, Susan.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I'm not really gifted with it. I'm just like getting my feet wet in it. And if you use the reels, I haven't tried it on TikTok, but I do it mostly on Facebook. That most of the times I'll just snap a picture of something that I'm doing. Like last night, I did about the stone because I want people to get that stone. So I need to get a lot more hosts that are going to do the $200 shows. So I just like really curious. I've been really watching my sugar intake, but last night I took a roll of the cookie dough and stuck it in the stone. I took a picture of it in the oven. I took a picture of it when it came out. And then I used my Easy Accent decorator, but hindsight is always 2020. I wish I would have showed using that, but I showed it decorated. And since we had the storm coming, I said, let it snow, was the song that I put in my background. And I even wrote out with the Easy Accent decorator, let it snow, and put the decorations on it. That's all I did. It was something simple, basic, and I put it out there. And the cool part of it is you can see how many people are literally looking at that. Mm-hmm. Like when I went to bed last night, after I posted, it was like 27 views already. I'm like, what? And with a regular post, you don't know how many people looked at it. The only time you know is if they comment or they click like or love. Mm-hmm. But with Reels, I can see more and then start reaching out to people once that goes out there. So yeah. Reels is where it's at right now. I just need to get a little bit more good about it, about talking in it. And I don't know how to do that part yet.
Reels and stories are what people are looking at these days.
Yes.
Like quick, fast, flip through something in motion. So yeah.
Are you doing the Reels on your personal or on your business page?
I've actually just done it on my personal right now. I do have my business page, but I haven't been as active in it as I probably should be because I've only got like 6 people that have actually joined in on it. So I need to really get that out there more and let people know that it is there. And that's why I don't use the messenger on there too, because I don't have enough people in there just yet. But I am going to venture into that.
Awesome. Very good. Very good. All right. So number 3 in our Kilo Club for today with $1,809 is Heather Johnson. So Heather, tell us about your December.
It seems like a blur at this point. So, um, I did do from Leah's idea of adopt a grandparent. I did a bread and soup mix donation where we have a local food pantry here. And I did get some orders that way. It was slim, which disappointed me a little bit. I thought people would be a little bit more giving during the holidays, but it probably was just my visibility. But then the parties that I did have outside of that, the hosts were just really good. And I did try to talk them into the business. And one May later when she retires, so I'll keep in contact with her. But they were just really good hosts, and to the point where one host was like, "I thank you for doing this. This has been so much fun." And it's always nice to hear things like that from the host because a lot of times we're doing our job and we're just going through the paces. And for me, I get into a rut and I don't feel like I'm having fun. So when somebody says, "This was a lot of fun, thanks for doing this," that made my day. And my bookings from parties were down. Everyone was being very difficult in December, but so I did have one party that was in main part of December that was from a previous party that ended beginning of December. So that was good. And that party ended up to be about six to $700. So, I mean, my party average is about a $1,200 average. So I'm pretty excited about that. I did drop the ball and I burnt out in December. I did a bunch of vendor events as well, like Dawn, where I collected a bunch of leads. I did do some cash and carry. So the actual dollar amount for sales that I did for parties, in addition to that, I did at cash and carry was a lot more, for sure. I'll venture to say I probably went over the $2,000 mark for sure, including cash and carry, which was nice. I did some gifts together where I kind of did like a pizza stone with a pizza cutter and the pizza crust mix and things like that. But like I said, I dropped the ball in December and didn't get as many bookings as I had hoped. I had one party on my books that rescheduled from December to this month. So I just want to say that when our leaders tell us to do the things, do them. Because I whined to Leah and Leah's like, "Okay, look, just do this." So I took the heart stone with the pick a number and she's like, "Post it in your last parties." So I posted it in last parties, but I went a little further, other than posting it on my business page and my personal page, and my VIP group. And I said, "Okay, well, I still have these groups from when I was in Pampered Chef before in 2018." So I went back further and did those as well. And honestly, I got 6 bookings in a matter of like 2 or 3 days, and a majority of them are from those 2018 parties. In addition to using some of my leads, I used Project Broadcast to put out a message to the leads from my vendor events, and I got 2 bookings from that as well, along with others that are like, okay, well, maybe not this month, but maybe next month. So I'll continue to follow up with those. But yeah, I went back to Leah. I'm like, I'm never going to not listen to you again. I don't know why I ever questioned it.
Girl, I mean, that's
But
music to our ears. Say it again. Say it again.
yeah, I mean,
Heather, that made my week because we all have our down times. That made my week for hearing that.
it
Thank
was just
you.
like a light bulb went off. I'm like, duh, why am I not doing what she's telling me to do? It obviously works. So I'm getting out of my own way. That's my major mantra this year is get out of my own way.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm glad we recorded this because I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell you if you don't listen to Leah again, I'm going to be like, here's your video. I'll never not listen to Leah again.
It's saved. It's saved. Listen to the flamingo lady.
She may be kooky, but she's right.
True.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
love it. Heather, I think our struggle, the majority of the time, we tend to put it on external factors. A lot of times the struggle is within us, and we just have to get out of our own way because we're the thing that's holding us back. It's our doubt, it's our worries, it's our, our lack of consistency. It's us. And I get in my own way too. I really do. Like beginning of January, I did not have the bookings I needed. I just had to get out of my own way and do the things. And I pulled in 25 bookings in five days. It's just making myself do the things, be intentional, focus on what it is that I need and I want and get it done. So,
well, and I had a friend who actually was a host in November, but she posts every time she reads a book. And so she had finished this book, Get Out of Your Head by Jenny Allen. And I was like, we're always saying that as a group. We always say, get out of your head, right? Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, all right, God, I hear ya. So I've been listening to that book and it's amazing. And it's Christian based, faith based. So it talks about she talks a lot about relying on God and putting it in God's hands. And listening to God, taking the time to be with God as much as women, we're horribly guilty at always being busy, but God doesn't want us to always be busy because now we're not spending time with him. So it's about spending time with him to be able to hear that you are loved, you are worthy, you are cared for, and you're not in control.
Yeah. Yeah, that verse, be still and know.
Be still and know.
Be still, right? Be still and listen because you can't hear anything if you're constantly going, grinding.
Or listening to the voices in your head.
Yeah.
To stop listening to you and listen to others and listen to God.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I've done this past week and listened to Leah and trying to listen to God more again and getting out of my own way. I don't know it. A lot of times I'll be like, I know what I'm doing. I'll get on these calls and I'll get all pumped up after it. And my ego gets in my way. It gets me going and gets in my way. And that's the enemy. Our ego is from the enemy. It's not from God. And so I'm just going to put my ego to the side and I'm going to humble myself. And I'm not an egotistical person. I mean, you all that know me well enough know I'm a humble person as it is, but I let the enemy speak to me and say, you know what you're doing. You got this. Look, you did 2,500 last month. You got this. 2,500 is a drop in the bucket from where I want to be. So no, I do have it, but I need to remember to do the things. I don't know the things any more than anybody else.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing. So we're about out of time because I typically try to keep this to 30 minutes, but I do want to recognize our other two achievers. So we have Jennifer Hager, who is a newer consultant. She sold $1,604 in December. So Jennifer, what is wrong with my brain today? My sister's name's Heather. Mine's Jennifer. So, I can't even get my name straight. All right, Jennifer, tell us about your December.
If I knew I was going to speak, I would have wrote some stuff down. But basically, I made some Facebook reels with the products that the new products and stuff. I had one reel that actually had 2,600 views.
Yeah, girl.
Um, but I really just reached out to a bunch of my, I work in home health, so I reached out to a bunch of my old clients, family members and stuff that I've bought in the past from other parties. And I think that's where just the most of my sales came from. When we had the 20% off sale at the end, to wrap up the holidays, I would, for anybody that was close, and a couple people just wanted to order a few small things. So I said, I can just put it all on one order and, it will cover the shipping and then I can just deliver it to them. And
Yeah.
then, a friend of mine had a party that I made the peppermint dip and took it in the insulated serving bowl, and she fell in love with it and ordered the set plus the 4-ounce one.
Nice. Very good. Very good. Exciting. I know you're well on your way to earning that knife block set. So
Yeah.
that's our next goal.
Oh,
Wonderful.
yes.
Congratulations. All right. So we also have with $1,569 in sales in December is Anita. Hi,
Hi.
Miss Anita. So tell us about your December, ma'am.
The biggest thing I did in December, I had 2 parties and I just posted in them every day. And even though one day Facebook decided not to put my post in, I just went back in there and put them back in.
Nice. Persistence. I love it.
Yes, it just worked those 2 parties. So
I love it. Very good. Well,
I want to some of the other things.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I said I want to start doing reels and whatnot, but I need to get out of my own way.
Yeah. Yeah. Do it uncomfortable, right? If it's comfortable, it's easy and it doesn't move you forward. Uncomfortability is what moves us, drives us to do different things that we're kind of scared of, but make a difference. So, Leah, did you have anything you want to say to our friends before we get done here?
The only thing I want to give tips on for January, because we like to make sure that y'all hit kilo again this month, right? Is I don't know if any of you guys have done the Price is Right type of a 3-day weekend, doing your own party type thing. That can score a lot of sales, whether it's a shared rewards party, basically. And it's a 3-day event where you're just having them pretty much say deal, that they're going to take the deal, and you're advertising products at a discount. Obviously, it's a shared rewards party and you can get up to 25% off of products. I am doing one this weekend that's actually going on right now that I made Deal or No Deal. So I had so many people 4 months ago when I did the Price is Right get excited about it, really liked that type of game that we played, because you actually play a game. They message you also saying deal or no deal, things like that, just like in the game show. Because the Price is Right one, there's a punch a bunch game where you have numbers they pick and they punch a bunch and you ask them, hey, is this a deal or not? And it's to boost your sales. You can have some of the winnings to be for bookings as well. But the deal or no deal I'm doing is running exactly the same way as the Price is Right. I am posting posts that say measure all cup, regular price this, deal price this, deal or no deal, comment which one, that type of thing. So I have people saying no deal, already have that, I love it. So they're boosting my algorithm just by saying no deal. And then others saying deal, I want 2 of these, or, whatever. And then I'm placing the order for them as a whole at the end of the weekend in a shared rewards party to get more sales for our double trip points. So whether you do that in a couple of day manner right now, or you do it throughout January to still boost your sales, right now, I started it last night and I have 7 people ordering and probably about 400 in sales right now, just starting yesterday at 5. So I do have a boards template that I can share. So that's my tip for January. I want y'all to have Kilo Club again.
Yep. Yep. I love it. And so my tip to book January is to do exactly what I did and message the heck out of everybody. That's exactly what I did. I needed bookings. I stopped everything else I was doing, and I was focused and intentional about booking January. And I will share the words with you all. But I will tell you, I sent the original message, and then I did a follow-up. So I got like 5 or so bookings from my original, and I got 7 from my follow-up. So follow-up is key. And then I didn't do the third follow-up because I am right now booked as solid as I want to be for January. So I didn't do the third follow-up, but if you did a third follow-up, you would even, get more bookings out of it. But I simply, again, I'll send the message. It was just, I hope you had a great Christmas. I'm setting up my January Pampered Chef parties and super excited to offer double host rewards. And I would love to include you in their rewards. It's all online and super easy. And then I had a little thing about if they did it by the 15th, they would get a Hearthstone. Do you want in on the fun? So that was my original post and then, or message. And then 3 days later, and I kept my tracker just like I tell you all to do, with my numbers and my lines and my pages and all that stuff. And I love me some highlight when I get my bookings. I know you can't see it, but see, I love to highlight when I get a booking, because then that just is a positive reminder to me. And then my follow-up was, hey, it's Jen with Pampered Chef again. I know how crazy life is, and I didn't want to miss you if you're interested in hosting a quick Pampered Chef party in January to get the double free rewards. I have spots left for Soup and Slippers Facebook parties, as well as Express Link parties. Would you be interested? My Soup and Slippers, it's my regular show. It just has a bunch of soup recipes in it, and they're doing it virtual, so they can wear their pajamas or slippers, their no bra, whatever they want to wear, right? And what was the other thing? Oh, I wanted to tell you one thing that I really feel like could help make a difference in being stressed out and feeling like you're going nowhere, and putting a positive spin to your messages. If we do the things that we tell ourselves to do, the send 30 message, at least 30 messages every single day. Once we've done that for multiple days, so maybe we've done it for 4 days or 5 days, and we're looking back and we're like, I don't have the bookings. Nobody's replying. I see their little faces that they read it and they never reply. Every time we do that, we're putting another negative thought in our mind. It's negative. It's negative. It's negative. So 4 or 5 days worth of that, you are over it and you just want to give up. It's just the way our brain works. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of every reach out, every contact, every message that you send as a seed planted. And you have planted a seed in someone's mind, so they remember that you are the Pampered Chef consultant. So when they need anything, that is a reminder. Oh, let me go to Heather. Oh, Stacy sells Pampered Chef. Oh, Susan messaged me a while back. Oh, that is a reminder in their brain that you are still there, that you are still available. And so what I want you to think of at the end of the day, when you've sent your messages, instead of saying, I sent 30 messages and nobody replied, I want you to say, I have been successful. I've planted 30 seeds today. Let's see which ones grow. And every follow-up is you watering and nurturing that seed. It is putting your name in front of them again as a reminder. I get chills, and it makes me feel better thinking of it as a seed planted. It's a positive attachment to that instead of the negative that we have been putting in it in the past. So I plant a lot of seeds. I plant hundreds and thousands of seeds in a month. And do they all go somewhere? No, but there are some that sprout from that, and some not this week and not this month, and maybe not even this year, but they are there. And I've had proof is in the pudding. I've had people this week that have messaged me, hey, I need to order so-and-so. Hey, my niece wants to book a show. And I look back, I have not talked to these people, or they haven't booked a show, and they have not responded to my seeds planted in over a year. But I planted that seed, so when they needed it, they knew where to find me. So at the end of the day, I want you to say, I have planted 40 seeds. I have planted 15 seeds. I've watered 15 seeds today when I follow up. I've fertilized it. I've nurtured it. I have cared about it, right? And you are putting your name in people's minds so they remember you when they need you. Okay? Wonderful. I'm so extremely proud of you all. I cannot wait to see what we're gonna have happen in January. So much good stuff. Keep planting those seeds. Keep sharing the awesome business with the people. Our products are phenomenal. They help people cook at home. Our hosting program is phenomenal. Now, if anybody were to ever think about hosting a show, this month is when to do it. Why? Why would they not do it this month out of all the months in a year? Remember that. Remember, you have something valuable to offer. Pampered Chef is sending boxes of free stuff out to host. You want that in your people's kitchen. You get to offer that to people. And then the gift of this business is beyond words. You all think about what you've been able to get from this business and the time you've been with this company. I want you to just sit back and reflect on that. Think about, the money that you've earned, the products you've earned, the friendships that you've made. What has it allowed you and your family to do that you couldn't have done otherwise? And we are able to gift that to other people. Not many people can give such an amazing opportunity to other people. We have something to give, to share. Do not forget to share it. We are being selfish if we don't share it. And I know that a lot of times we're nervous, we're afraid to ask, but ask them. Nobody will ever be mad at you for offering them an opportunity to do this, but they will be grateful if they decide to take it. Think about how grateful you've been that you have this. What if your recruiter never asked you to sell Pampered Chef? Don't be the person that doesn't ask. Just ask them. If they say no, it's okay. It's okay. It's just like the waiter asking for, do you want ketchup with that? But way better. Way better than ketchup. Okay? I don't ever want to be caught not asking somebody that really needs this. So go share the love of your business, share the amazing things it can do for others. And you all, we are going places. We are moving forward this year. And I cannot wait to see our team flourish and grow and thrive in 25. So I'll see you all back here on the January Kilo Club. Let me grab my calendar so I can tell you
I
what.
was going to ask real quick, but she ran away. I was going to ask Stacy. She's already at Kilo Club, and I was going to ask her what's her success kicking off January, but she ran away on us.
Oh, she might be back in a quick second. Okay, so our Kilo Club for our January earners is going to be February 8th at 9 o'clock. Or let's do 9:30. Let's stick with 9:30. Okay. So we want to see you here and we want to see you bringing people along. So how do we do that? We share the excitement. We share, what is our tips, the tips that you shared today. Go put them in our team pages. Tell people how you earned it, what you did, so they can do the same things. And make sure that you are intentional in earning this again. Okay, it's going to get bigger and better every single month. So I do want us to take a picture real quick before we get off here. So we're going to post it. Everybody get ready to smile. Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then Leah was going to ask Stacy a question real quick.
Stacy, you ran away, but I just wanted to ask real quick. You're already making Kilo Club this month. What has you successful kicking off January?
So I was scared to death at the end of December. I had like no parties on my January. I had maybe 3, and one of those I'm glad I replaced because she ghosted me. So I started booking like crazy, sending out the message that Jennifer just talked about. And I added 11 bookings, I think, to my January calendar. And I'm sorry, Jennifer, I wasn't able to keep up in that chat with all the bookings, but I've been working, I promised. I'm doing catalog party. I'm doing a whole mixture of different parties, to be honest. So I love the 15-minute express parties. I do have success with those. I have a couple catalog parties going, and then I have a bunch of Facebook parties. So just working with my host. Really, the host coaching is what it comes down to. And, you know, out of the 4 Facebook parties they've all qualified except for one, and that's because the host didn't do her tasks. So
Love it.
that's it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I
Thank
will
you.
say I have found recently in the beginning of my business, I did not find customer connection emails to be as helpful. But here in like the last 3 to 4 months, I've been very intentional about sending out one every single week. In addition to what Pampered Chef sends out. And I really feel like that helps me grab some different sales here and there.
Ooh, I love that.
So that might be something else you guys just try here and there. You know, just grabbing a sale here and there really does help.
Oh yeah. One sale will pay for your website. So there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Congratulations to you all. And I will see you back here on the January Kilo Club. Bye, my
Thank you
friends.
guys.